Boom! We're back. Thank you again for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon. The name of the game is Voloheen, Winds of War. The name of the episode is Minutes to Midnight. This is episode 10. Moving right along here, where we just left off was Emily and our new character Ellie, along with some of the members of the Tranquility crew, went to the square where Akram died back in episode 2. And they have started, for lack of a better word, a riot. They have started a riot, and they are taking on several members of the Harbor Guard, causing as much of a ruckus as they can, and just trying to get the people on the side of the resistance. And it's working. There's a lot of violence happening, and all the characters have jumped into the fray, and they're just trying to battle this out, fighting for their very lives, fighting for the city, fighting for all sorts of reasons. So fighting for the right to party. Exactly. So before we did the break, we had just done one whole round of crazy combat. There is at least like 11 casualties with the common people of Twin Harbor, and you guys have killed something like, I don't know, 4 guards. Not really many at all. But I believe in you all and your ability to do some crazy stuff. Oh wait, hold on. No, I did the math wrong. There's 5 guards. You guys have killed 5 guards.
Sweet.
Sorry, you guys have killed 5 guards. So
it's our turn now, yeah?
It is your turn, and I'm gonna... Oh, Drew's excited. Well, don't get too excited quite yet. Don't get too excited quite yet, because you all have to make dexterity saving throws. Not all of you. Carrie, can you make one for Ein? However that works, and then Eridu and Halifax have to make dexterity saving throws as well.
Halifax is flying.
Oh.
And since the web needs to anchor to solid things, it's basically going to lay down on the ground or just collapse in on itself.
That's a very good point. The idea I had was that the what it's anchoring to is the enormous crowd of people. So,
Go on, I'll make the dexterity saving
well,
throw.
I mean, I'll let you make it. I'll let you make it with advantage because you are a flying.
So I got an 8.
Okay, what error do you get?
Well, while flying Halifax seemed to struggle with the web that's attached to a bunch of people, Eridu is seeing this opening and doing like a running, like kneeling slide thing through the crowd of people to get to the other side of the web. So he's going underneath because I rolled a 7. I got a 17 in total. There's no
Nice.
fucking way I didn't pass that.
Yeah. What was the result for Ein?
11.
Okay. So
Going down.
So unfortunately, Ein and Halifax are restrained by the webs. Eridu is not restrained by the webs.
So what I'm doing with regards to your map is I'm going from where I just knocked out that guard, or at least that's what I'm telling myself, straight through the section of webbing,
Yeah.
heading right towards the elite guard.
Okay. Going straight for him.
Uh-huh.
All right. So yeah, I drew them a little farther away, but they are actually they're closer. They are engaging with that section of the crowd.
I have
So-
a ridiculous amount of movement. If
Yeah.
that's a 60 by 60
Well, yeah,
square, and I can't make it.
Well, no, I'm not saying that you can't make it. I'm saying
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying that I drew them farther away, but they're actually closer to you. So
Okay.
it's all good. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, because I think this is a thing I can totally do. I'm down for that. When I get within range of them, I'm going to like stop just before them and slam my palm into the ground,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna cast Shatter so that it just like shoots forward in a 10-foot radius, right in the center of that group.
Okay.
Which, I mean, what's that going to be, 4 people?
Uh, I'm not gonna necessarily say that it's this many people because I'm doing this kind of like swarm rule thing.
Oh,
So I'm just
all
gonna
right.
say that like
It's gonna catch a group of them.
you catch a group of them, and I'm gonna make the roll, and then you'll do the damage, and then we'll see how many you really like affect. You know.
They need to make a DC 15 con save. And then I need to make sure I'm using my key points while I'm casting.
Barely, they failed the save.
Oh.
They were so close to getting it. Shit.
Good. I like that. I like when they fail stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when I'm using all of my things to do it.
For sure.
We just had Shatter up too. I'm pretty sure it's 3d8.
If you're bumping it up with key points, are you bumping up the spell level?
No.
It does start at 3d8.
I'm just gonna hit him with the base spell. Yep.
Okay.
1, 2, and yeah, this is what happens when I take all my good dice out of here, and then I can't find anything anymore. Alright, boom, and boom. That'll work. 17 points of thunder damage.
17 points of thunder damage.
And then as I'm doing that, I'm going to scream for Garth very loudly. Probably not over the thunder, because, you know. So once the thunder sound kind of dissipates, I'll scream, Garth! Is this really what you want?
Screaming for everyone, man.
Yeah, man. Garth ticks all the peoples. I'm gonna get all the big bad guys like going, hey, I'm paying attention to you.
Screaming for everyone.
It's like I said, dude. I gotta draw the aggro off of the crowd.
Oh, for sure, for sure. So the amount of damage that you did right there, you just instantly you see one riot guard coming toward you, and he's like raising up his mace, and then you do the shatter, and he is just like right in front of it. Like it affects people behind him too, but he's the one that's like right in front of it, and you just see like the shockwave just hits him, and then he just like stops in his tracks, and then he just starts to crumble, and then you see blood streaming out of his helmet, essentially streaming from the sides and out from the. It's just like you just shattered his head apart or something. Yeah. So that's the shatter, and then Asa, you are right in the middle of the thick of it with the riot police. And who's going next?
And if I don't die, I'll be lucky.
I'm restrained. How does that affect somatic spell components? Because, like, strict letter of the rules, it just reduces my speed to 0. But I think with the spirit of things...
Yeah, in this case, I'm not going to, like, put any restrictions on you, and that way you can still cast whatever spell, you just can't move from where you are right now.
Fool! Right.
Yeah.
So, I will cast Lightning Bolt.
There you go.
I shall aim at those that are attacking the... Well, hold on. Did Eridu go towards the funky new guards? Was that...
Yeah.
Yeah. I will shoot at the guards attacking the townsfolk then. Shall strain my arms trying to break free from this elastic webbing, point my hands forward, and shout, Shazam!
Hell yeah.
The swarm of guards will need to make a dexterity 17.
Okay, so to be clear, you're not going against the elite guys that Eridu is going up against. You're going up against the other guys that you're like right in front of.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. So they'll make a save. Rolling like garbage tonight. That's also a high DC, so yeah, they indeed failed that save.
So, wow, I've rolled a 6, a 1, and a 6. It's 10d6. It's going to be a while.
That's alright.
6, 1, a 6, and a 1. 6.
6666, the number of the beast.
And a 1. A 1.
There's Iron Maiden for you. We were talking about Iron Maiden earlier. That's another Iron Maiden. Number of the beast, dude.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got one more. Oh, another 1. God damn it. Right. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 18. So that's 30 damage plus the 10 from my extra radiant damage. So that's
Okay.
not fantastic.
Well, it's still pretty good in this context.
Yeah.
40 damage. So that I mean that just cleanly like your lightning bolt, it's almost like you're using it in this way where you're like using it like a cutting action. It just like comes out and you're just like directing it whoosh, whoosh, and it just slides across this contingent of guards, and just like the intense lightning and radiant damage just like cuts them in twain and cauterizes the wounds, so there's like not even any blood coming out, but like the top half of their body and the bottom half of their body just like fall apart, and you just cut through 4 guards like they're made of butter.
Nice. I'm gonna start screaming as I'm shooting this, and I am gonna show no mercy.
No mercy shown, dude. No mercy shown. So let's see. Yeah, you guys are doing some damage there. Certainly doing some damage. And let's see. Who wants to go next? Ellie?
Yeah. So quick question.
Yeah.
If I went into the ethereal plane, what happens to my concentration spells in this plane? Do they
What
drop?
happens?
It's not a concentration spell, but if I leave this plane, do I drop my concentration on enlarge?
I'm gonna say.
I'm trying to do blink basically, and
For
I
sure.
can still like see this plane. So
I don't know. Here's what I'm gonna do, since I'm a little unsure, and also since I have never really made a character do a concentration check necessarily. How about you do a concentration check?
yeah, I can do that. All right. So what I am going to do first is I will catch the attention of one of the tranquility Group people
Uh-huh.
and like wink at them as like a signal, and then I'm going to put the device into my special magic pouch,
Okay.
implying for them to then take out their own pouch.
Definitely.
Because obviously I see now the mages know I have it. So
Yes, they do.
passing it on. And then I'm going to turn and deadeye the mage that just shot me. And I'm going to run 30 feet towards them.
Mhm.
And as I come to like my last step, I'm going to cast blink on myself.
Okay.
Hopefully disappear. If I roll well enough. So I'll roll. Do I roll a concentration check first? Or no, I probably should roll if I disappear first and then the concentration check.
Roll if you disappear first. Oh, yeah, because that's how blink works.
Yeah. Alright, so that is a 16. So yeah, I just take my last step and then just blink out of existence.
Yeah, dude.
And then concentration check.
Yeah, I'm just like trying to look it up. It's gonna be a. Is it a Constitution save? Yeah, it's it's a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah,
okay.
for concentrating on spells and things.
21.
Oh, easy, dude. Easy. Yeah, you definitely are still maintaining enlarge, definitely.
Okay.
And you're in the ethereal plane.
Yeah.
So with 30 feet, you're essentially like right, very, very close to where these mages
Oh,
are.
am I actually up to them?
You're actually like up to them, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just disappear in front of their face.
Okay, all right. So you're running up to them, and they look like they're about to do more finger gun magic missile at you, and then you just go whoosh,
Yeah.
gone. And then, so that's all of your actions?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Does Ein get to do anything? No, he's restrained, but
Yeah.
you have to.
His last. I need to double check exactly how. I don't know if I can use my bonus action every time to tell it what to do, or if it continues doing the last one I gave it.
It's a fair question. It seems like to command them to attack, like you would need to use one of your actions, maybe.
Yeah, it's a bonus to command it, but with some things, you just say it once and then they continue to do that until you change it. But I think it might be use a bonus action.
Yeah.
Could
I mean, do you have a bonus action, or did you already use it?
I do, unless you can't put in the thing in the pouch as a bonus.
No.
Huh?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I use a bonus action, I guess, to tell it to try and break out?
Oh
the
yeah.
web?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Have them make a strength check. Just a strength-based roll.
It's 11.
It's 11. Wow. Yeah, that's not going to be strong enough for that one necessarily. But all right, so he can't break out, and let's see. The rest of you guys did your actions, so let me do some rolls for the other guys.
Does he get any bonus to strength-based checks while enlarged?
Oh yeah, he has advantage. There you
Oh.
go. There you go. I keep forgetting that cool part about that spell. It has advantage on strength checks.
That would be 19.
Oh yeah, there you go. So not only does Ein break himself out, but he's just stretched out his claws enough to like just grab tons of the web and just he's just like ripping a bunch of it up, and he just pretty much like compromises like the whole stickiness and spread of the web just by taking so much of it out. Hell yeah. So I'm making.
Now he's gonna like roll it up into a web ball and just lay on his back and like toss it in the air.
All cute like.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see.
That's what Agner would do, so why wouldn't I?
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. That's exactly what Agner would do.
I mean, if he can actually catch it again.
So let's see. Malcolm hit a dude and just chopped him in half. Jacob went to go punch some other dudes, but just totally like missed. And then Melody is doing some multi-attack shit, and she just takes out two guards.
Did one of them take out the device?
Oh, yeah. Malcolm did. He's got it. And let's see. So that's it for them. And now it's the bad guys' turn for sure. So let's see. Who am I going to do first? I'm going to do just the regular guards who still have Ein and Halifax close to them. So we're going to have one attack coming at Halifax. So that's going to be like 23 to AC, dealing only another 11 bludgeoning damage. And then there's one attack coming against... Oh, they actually can only do 2 attacks now because you guys have killed enough of them. Oh my goodness. So the other one's going to hit Ein, and that one's going to be 19 to your AC, or Ein's AC rather.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is going to deal a full 18 bludgeoning damage. Their maces just start to rain down and cause a bunch of dents in his body. And so that's with the guards. The riot police. Oh shit. So they have Eridu right in front of them. So they're going to do one attack on Eridu and then one attack on the crowd. So we're going to do the Eridu one first, which is going to be a 17 to your AC.
That will hit. My AC is 16.
Yeah. Yeah, when there's a lot of them in the swarm, they're much more deadly. That's kind of how it's going there. All right.
I was just thinking I should have popped an action point to use
dodge.
Dodge.
Yeah, for sure. So that is going to be a 19 bludgeoning damage as maces fall upon you. And as far as damaging the crowd here, oh yeah, another like 4 people die. Yeah, for sure. Wait a minute. There we go. And then after the riot police, it's going to be the mage's turn, and one of them is going to try and magic missile Malcolm. He takes like 13 damage. And I'm going to make a dexterity saving throw for him. Ugh. He drops it. he drops it. But he's going to try and get it back next round. And then, this is the big one. This is the doozy. The other mage and Ellie, since you're right in front of this guy, you see what's going on with him. He's got, the ethereal plane that you're in. It's like you can still see him, but his features are all wispy, like it's Frodo, like when he puts on the ring or whatever. It's kind of like that weird visual effect, like... So you see his face, and you see the deadly determination in his eyes, and you see him mutter some words under his breath and make some complex little hand movements, and he casts a gnarly ass spell that's called Cloud Kill. Yeah, it's happening. So he's gonna center this directly on the center of the square, and he creates a 20-foot radius sphere of poisonous yellow-green fog. And yeah, it's going to heavily obscure the area. And when you enter the spell's area or start your turn there, you got to make the Constitution saving throw and take poison damage. So yeah, we won't worry about that until it's your turn, but it's going to be your turn really soon. And with it being 20 feet, man, dude, it's going to get like pretty much like everyone. Like I'm going to roll for even like all the enemy combatants as well. He is just indiscriminately gassing everybody in the square right now, pretty much.
When in doubt, kill your own people. That's what I've never said.
Oh, that's too funny. So actually, just to make it easier and just to make it so I don't forget, I'm gonna have them roll their. I'm gonna have the enemies roll for their shit, and then right after you guys will roll for your shit. We'll just take care of the cloud kill thing, like, right now. So, actually... So, the guards, they're going to save. The riot police do not save. The mages are too... Actually, mages are too far away. Hold on. This is the thing with these, like, huge combats like this, is that it's just so much dice rolling and so much, like... So much complicated stuff, dude.
Yeah, man, it's rough DMing sometimes.
Yeah. So it's going to be, they take 13, they take 26, and I'm just going to hold on to those numbers when you save or fail or whatever. Okay, so now it is the start of your guys' turn, and everyone has to make Constitution saving throws.
I took an ability called Don't Make Constitution Saves.
Oh gosh, you guys are just full of them.
It's actually called Pass Every Constitution Save.
I got a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Right?
Wait, what? Huh?
I don't have to, right?
Oh, exactly. You're next to the mages. Good call.
And I'm not technically here.
Well, there's that too. There is
I
that
got
too.
a natural 16. With no bonuses is a 16.
Okay. You both are able to take the half damage, so you take 13 poison damage.
Oh damn it, I do, because evasion only works for dexterities.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Evasion's such a cool ability until you realize it only affects certain saves.
For real. So...
Working on dying. Almost there.
And just in case you wanted to know, iron is immune to poison, so I guess you wouldn't fit immune to poison damage. So
You're immune to poison damage?
not me. Iron is.
Oh, Ein. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, like, he doesn't have to worry about it for sure. Doesn't have to worry about it. Okay, so definitely a couple of the guards and a couple of the riot police got killed by the poison damage. for sure. So it's definitely. Oh, and the crowd. Oh my god, I forgot about the crowd. They definitely take damage, dude.
This was like, sorry, this is like mustard gassing the crowd.
Yeah,
He's just like, screw it, everyone dies.
yeah, yeah. No, no, pretty much. That's exactly what they are doing. So, so you guys took the poison damage. Go ahead and start taking your turns or whatever. I'm just gonna make some rules for everyone else.
Who wants to go?
Someone go.
I will continue the
Sweet.
lightning bolt.
Oh damn! Another lightning bolt.
I'm gonna cast another lightning bolt. We need to make a DC 17 deck save.
On the guards, the regular guards again.
Regular guards again.
Mm-hmm.
Wipe
God,
them out.
they failed again. Shit.
All of them.
I'm
And
gonna-
Eight's not gonna do it, dude.
I'm gonna be rushing forward and punching some dudes square in the jaw.
Uh huh.
Why does my dice go up to a D8? It's in here. Yeah. So I have a 19 as my lowest against the riot guard.
19's your lowest. Okay, then they'll hit.
Alright.
Because 19 definitely hits.
Drew, feel free to talk over my turn as well.
Yeah, sorry, I've dropped my die somewhere. I'm trying to look for it.
I mean, that doesn't matter. Don't talk about that. Alright, yeah, that's 8 damage to the 2 guards. I just kind of like charge into the group and punch the 2 closest to me right in the face. Then I use my bonus action to, no, wait, hold on. I think I already used my bonus action to make an attack. That's why I have 2. Nope, I have 2 actions normally.
Mm-hmm.
2 attacks normally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to pop key point and take the dodge effect.
There you go. There you go.
As I'm gonna crowd these guys, I might as well make it hard for me to be hit. So
Yeah, definitely. Good call.
I think that one's called patient defense, but
Yeah, so you are a dodging, so their attacks will have disadvantage on you, right?
right.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Okay.
So while Drew is grabbing his dice, Ellie, what are you trying to do with these silly mages or whatever?
So I can reappear within 10 feet of where I disappeared. So I'd like to reappear behind the mage.
Nice.
Is this the one that casts? It is, isn't it? It's right in my face. So the one that casts the.
It can be the one that cast Cloud Kill. You can choose that one, or with the 10 feet, you can easily reach the other one that was using the magic missile on Malcolm.
I'll use the one that used. I'll be the one that used Cloud Kill.
Yeah.
So I very quickly. I haven't really described like how Ellie fights. So she's an intelligence fighter. So she's more about like finding like the perfect point to like push a sword into rather than just like brute strength. So she appears behind, sort of makes some quick calculations, and then tries to stab him.
All right.
The-
If you're appearing behind him like that, he has no idea where you are, so you definitely have advantage on the attack
Okay.
roll.
Alright, awesome. 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
Damage.
Was that a natural 20 or what? Did you say
I get-
28?
I get a plus 10.
What?
I don't know. D&D Beyond's a bigger plus 10.
That is sick, dude. That's pretty
It's a magic sword, so it's one of my infused items.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
So it's 4 plus 6, 10, and I will push through some electrical energy
Mm-hmm.
with the arcane jolt. So that's an extra 2, 4. 4, so it's an extra 4 force damage.
So wait, so is that 14 in total? Is that what that is? Or wait, did you say 10 originally plus 4?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
And then I get a second attack because that was with a magic weapon.
Oh dear.
Presumably not, but I don't really need advantage. 29 to hit.
Oh yeah. That'll hit.
And then 8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
8 damage.
All right.
And then I blink out of resistance again. Oh, can I tell I'm to... I think I tell him to like move around and try and get the riot police. And then I blink out.
Oh wait, have him what now? Move around or?
Yeah, to go to the... What? How many of the like normal guards are there? A lot still.
You guys have killed 13, so out of the 30, so they're almost at half strength.
Oh, okay, I'll just leave him there. But I guess I need to do the concentration save.
You don't need to do another one. You don't need to do another one. Yeah. But do you want to have him attack?
Yes.
Okay, have him attack. Bam, 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 bam.
14. Probably not.
No, that will not hit. That will not hit the guards, unfortunately. So, Drew, I've been waiting on your lightning bolt stuff.
Yes.
Excellent.
I rolled a total of 29 lightning damage with the plus 10 radiant because I've got my radiant soul going on. That's 39 damage.
Goodness gracious. Uh-huh. So that's like pretty much another yeah, that's like another 4 of them gone for sure. My goodness. So now they are below half strength. So there is like going to be a definite change in their combat effectiveness with that going on. You just continue the lightning bolt and you cut through another 4 of them in the same fashion. I've never seen Halifax go this bonkers ever before. Never ever seen that kind of thing.
Just Kamehameha'ing everything.
Yeah, no joke. No joke. All right.
I mean, you did say he went Super Saiyan, so there's that.
Mm-hmm. So
that's true.
So Emily at this point, like she's still kind of like holding strong right there, and what she's actually done is she's taken the scroll that she's been holding onto this whole time, and she turns to the tree and she like unfurls the scroll and kind of sticks it on the tree. Once she puts it on the trunk, it just kind of stays there. And she just keeps trying to shout over the sounds of the battle and over the sounds of Garth and Vitrell's voice echoing throughout the square. And she's just telling all of the important people to fall back, regroup, to the tree, to the tree. And she's going to try and get that message across. Whether or not it actually is followed, we'll see. But that's what she's doing. She's trying to rally. And then Malcolm, let's see. Malcolm, oh yeah, he is able to reach down and scoop up the device that Ellie gave to him, and he just sticks it right back into the little compartment, and he looks over at Jane Cobb over off in the distance, and he catches his eye, and he's like, oh, okay, I'll have it now. And they keep just playing a little game of hot potato with this thing that Ellie made. And Malcolm, he's going to make an attack roll. He's going to miss. Jane Cobb is the one who actually is able to do some damage this time. And Jane Cobb takes out yet another guard. And Melody is actually going to disengage from the situation that she is in, and she's going to run over to hang out with Eridu and try and take out some of these riot dudes. Oh yeah, she rolls great.
Melody is she's the one who's the consort, right?
No, this is like this is supposed to be like the Summer Glau kind of insert, you know.
Yeah.
And
River.
yeah, exactly. So she goes bonkers and ends up killing 2 of them, doing this cool move where she like takes their maces. Like they like two of them are gonna like swing at her at the same time, and then she just dips and dives in this crazy way to make their maces hit each other in the heads instead.
We should almost turn this into a dance number.
Yeah, no joke, no joke. And then next, it's like the bad guy's turn. It's the bad guy's turn right now.
No.
Did I hold on? On your turn, Carrie? Did I tell you what happened when you stabbed the mage?
No.
Oh, I didn't. I got so distracted. My head's in like a million different places at once. You just like stabbed the guy clean through. You just did like one stab and then you did like another stab, and you just like stabbed him clean through, and his hands go up and he's like has this whole death scene, and as he does that, the cloud kill melts away and just completely disappears, letting you guys breathe easy once again. Good call.
Cool.
Good call. And the other one, I was gonna say you stabbed the one and killed him, and then when the other one looked over and saw that you had just appeared right behind his buddy and just fucking murdered him, he has fear in his eyes, and he just turns tail and runs away from you. Yeah. So now with the bad guy's turn, that kind of means that the mages are out of commission, but you still got some fight left in these other guys. So let's see. The guards here, they are able to make one attack, and they're going to attack... I don't even know who is close to them. Actually, they're going to do a last-ditch effort. They're going to do like a push almost. I'm going to have them roll like this. Okay, so Ein is still right there. So here's what I want you to do, Carrie. I want you to roll a like strength check for him.
Okay.
He's still enlarged. He's got
so advantage. 19.
Okay, so Ein is able. So what happens is that the crowd of guards just surges forward, and they're trying to like not quite overpower, but just more like push past Ein or whatever, and they're trying to get straight to Emily, just trying to take out the commander. But Ein, with that great roll, he's able to beat them, and he's able to he takes his arms and his claws out and just grabs a bunch of them all in his arms, and he goes and kind of pushes them back. And so they get pissed at him and try to attack him. And they actually roll decently. That's 19 to his AC, and he takes 16 bludgeoning damage from the maces that are falling on him. And now the riot police, the riot guys, they're going to do one attack against Eridu with disadvantage. Eridu dips, dives, ducks, and dodges.
Dodge, duck, dip,
dodge,
dive,
duck, dip, dive, dodge. He dodges all of the maces that are flying toward him.
True that. Eridu
Yeah.
is well versed in the 5Ds of dodgeball.
Oh yeah, and Melody Simon, who's also in the thick of it, I'm afraid she is gonna get really hurt. Oh my god, I just rolled a crit. Oh no! Oh no! I feel bad already. Just kidding, I don't. I'm a remorseless dungeon master. Okay, Melody's still alive, but she has taken such a beating that she looks like she doesn't have a lot of fight left in her. And yeah, next chance she gets, she's gonna try and get the fuck out. That's what she's gonna try and do. So that's it for them, and because the mages are not doing anything, the common people have taken less casualties this time around because you guys have definitely drawn the attention more on yourselves, and we'll say it's y'all's turn again.
All right. Um, well, I am going to. Oh, I can't do two. Someone else go. I gotta figure this out again.
Okay. I've burned all my 5th level spell slots, so
Mhm.
now, are there still regular guards facing off against the civilians?
Yes, they're all kind of clustered right in front of Ein right now. But let's see. There are like 12 of them left.
Okay. Since I've used both my 5th level spell slots, let's use a 4th level spell slot for another lightning bolt.
Yeah, dude, I love this side of Halifax. I love this. He's going like full Emperor Palpatine on everyone.
Yeah.
Hell
So
yeah.
that's 9d6, same DC 17.
Let's see if I
Dex
can
save.
roll well. Ah, a 7. I feel like I've rolled like successively lower numbers every time you did lightning bolt. Like they rolled like a 10, and then they rolled like a 8, and now they rolled like a 7. You know, they just keep getting worse at the saving throw.
Yeah, they've not really done well against the lightning. Oh,
Alright.
yeah. That was a good set of rolls.
Very good,
Yeah,
very
that's all
good.
9 of them. Right, okay, so that's 8, 14, 19, 21, 26, that's 32, 33, 39, plus the 10 for radiant damage.
Oh, that's
So,
stupid
yeah,
good.
49 damage.
Oh, that's
That's-
stupid good.
That's more damage, and it's a lower level spell.
Yeah, dude. You just rolled like a beast, yeah.
Unlimited
Oh god.
power.
Oh god. Yeah. 2,
Unexpected
3,
Star Wars.
4, 5. Yeah. That gets 5 of them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 23. Out of the 30 that started the battle with the regular guards, there are 7 left. And they have sustained such casualties by this point that as your hand reaches out, they're right in front of Ein, and you just cut through like another 5 of them all at once. The remaining 7 look around and realize how few of them there are. They turn tail and run as fast as they can away from the crazy lightning guy and this enormously giant owlbear. Yeah. So yeah, now so the regular guards are like out of the combat, and as the rest of you guys take your turn, yeah, the riot police are like the only serious dudes, and you've killed 5 of them so far out of the 20 that came originally.
All right. So I will look back into the distance, 10 feet back towards the center,
Mhm.
and then run the rest of the way. And then I would like to throw out my hand and find my spell card. I'd like to cast Grace in the middle of the riot police.
Oh, very good, very good. That's cool.
Ideally catching like the first, so like the very front of the line and then back.
Definitely. Okay.
So,
I will make a note about the grease and have them roll when it is their turn.
no, it's on. It's when it appears.
Oh, I will roll for them right now.
I guess it doesn't matter. Let me put it down. I guess it's against my spell
Okay,
save.
so I'll say that like only like the first line of them fall down,
Right.
and the rest of them are able to hold their ground.
Okay. But yeah, difficult terrain.
Very difficult.
They'll have to do it when they enter, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's just when they're standing. If they're standing, you know how it works. It's
For sure. All right, so that's a grease trap.
fine. Yeah, and then I want to tell Ein to repair himself.
Nice.
And
And he will do some self-repair action. Cool. And then Eridu gets to do something.
Yeah, Eridu will turn to Melody and say, "You should run now." And as he does, I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage.
Mm-hmm.
And once disengaged from the nearest person, I'm going to target the person nearest to Melody, and like raise my hand up. And as I do, icicles or frost begins to form around his feet. He needs to roll a DC 15 con save.
He saved.
Okay. So he probably breaks out of the icicle thing that I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And I cry myself.
Yeah. A little bit. Anything else that Eridu's doing?
That's it.
Okay. So then in that case, for the other folks, yeah, Melody will definitely...
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm also going to run.
Okay, cool.
Disengage as a bonus action, and I have my movement still.
For sure. So Melody also disengages and also follows you. And pretty much any direction that you run, south, east, west, or whatever, you're going to be running away from the riot police and not running into any other dangers. So you can just kind of choose a direction and go for it. And let's see. Malcolm and Jane Cobb kind of take your place, and they head right for the riot police, and they're trying to, take those fools out. And they both roll well. And they just kind of take they go toward the front line where the first line of them fell down, and they just start to wail on those dudes while they're kind of helpless, and they take out a good couple of them. Yep. And now it is the bad guys' turn again, and I'm going to say the grease is really kind of hampering their ability to move and attack, and so that will kind of stop them from rushing into the crowd and killing more of the crowd, but they're definitely going to focus on Jane Cobb and Malcolm right in front of them. So let's do Jane Cobb first. Gets hit for a decent amount of damage, and then yeah, that definitely hits Malcolm for even more damage. Okay. They're doing alright at the moment. Actually, Malcolm's looking not so good. Malcolm is looking not so good. And it is your guys' turn again.
I am going to do something fairly predictable, so someone else wants to...
I'm
In fact,
also just
I'll
gonna
get
make my
mine done
way
and out of the
towards
way.
the exit, so towards not the exit, but where Emily's kind of getting everyone over to.
See, that's the thing. I could try and move and... Ooh. Am I still trapped by the web?
Oh no, the web was gone. The web,
Oh, excellent.
the web was gone when Ein kind of ripped it apart.
Oh, in that case then, yeah, I shall start flying that way, keeping the lightning going as I'm moving away. There's hold on. Was there like 4 guys left? Oh no, they all ran, didn't they?
They all ran. Those guards ran. The only combatants that are really a problem to you guys are the riot police.
Let's turn that lightning on the riot police.
Definitely, dude. Definitely. And I have to make a saving throw.
Yep.
And I'm giving him disadvantage. I'm giving him disadvantage just because there's the front line that is laying down, and then they're all wearing heavy ass plate armor, and lightning might do a better job of that. And actually, Drew, just because I really feel like showering Hillowfax with praise and shit right now for being such a badass, I rolled a 1 on the disadvantage saving throw. So I'm going to turn that into an inverse critical hit for you. They failed so bad that it turns your thing into a spell critical hit almost. I just want to see how many of these guys you can roast.
Nice. Okay, hold on. I rolled 3 6s in a row to start off with.
Nice.
So that is 38 is what I rolled on the 9. Are you just like, if it was a critical hit, do you want to just like double that?
No, just roll it all again.
All right, okay.
So I'll keep track. It was 30 how many? 38 or 39?
38.
38. Okay, for the
38.
first one.
Okay, and then not getting as many 6s this time. 3. Okay, getting averages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 9th one. Nice. Okay, so those two is 10. That's 14. And 10 and 4. I'm also double 7.
This is gonna be crazy good.
Some watches number blocks, it gets in your head, man.
Yeah.
33, 35. So the second one's 35.
Okay, and I added in the 10 and the 38, so that's 83. Oh my god. Hold on, I'm just trying to like do all this quick math and I'm screwing it up.
Quick maths.
Quick maths. I'm like using this calculator like so hard it's gonna fall apart. And
Just don't divide by 0.
oh gosh, no, that would actually make it explode. So you definitely killed like how many of them? You killed at least like another 6 right there in one blow of like these heavier dudes. These heavier dudes for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man. And yeah, I think with that they're probably just going to turn tail and run. At least the ones that actually can run, the ones that are still alive, that are in the grease and just kind of like trapped like turtles on their fucking backs or whatever, they're looking up at everyone really pissed. The crowd descends upon them with their rocks and just starts like fucking bashing them in. And it just kind of devolves into a really ugly scene. And there's corpses everywhere. This square, like, yeah, I'm kind of calling an end to the battle and just kind of going into this like immediate aftermath phase. There's corpses everywhere. The total casualties on your guys' end, no named characters have died, but Melody is really roughed up, as is Malcolm. The people in the crowd, 20 of the 60 people have died. A full third of the crowd is dead now. Of the 30 guards that came, like, yeah, you killed like 23 of them. Of the elite riot guards, you killed like 13 of the 20 that were there, and you killed one of the mages. So there are, gosh, I mean, like, hold on. There's like over 50 dead bodies scattered around the square.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We gotta.
It's a
we
fucking
gotta come
bloodbath.
up with like some kind of cool name for the square now. Like it's got to get renamed
Big time.
because of this.
Big time. Big time.
It could be like the Red Square or something like that.
No, sounds a little too Russian, man. Sounds a little too Russian, dog.
Get the dwarves in there. It might be a little bit Russian.
All right.
They are a functioning communist society, so.
True. So, Emily, surveying the damage, still has the sense of urgency in her voice. And she says, "Everyone, to the tree! Now! To the tree!"
Well,
We're getting
I'm
out
not
of
the
here.
tree.
I will fly up above the manhole, do a stall and dive down and land in the sewers, scoop up Theala, cradle her close, and then fly back up and follow Emily and the rest of the forces.
All right. So the rest of the crowd just seems like very in shock, and Emily looks like she wants to give them some kind of inspiring speech, but unfortunately for her, there's just like no time. So your three characters, along with Ein, who probably has shrunk down to regular medium height by now, your three characters plus Ein, Halifax is holding Theala. You have Emily, Malcolm, Jane Cobb, and a badly wounded Melody Simon. You all gather. You're either touching the soil upon which the tree sits, or you're like standing right there. You're right next to the tree. You're all clustered right here, just like Emily wanted you to be. And then she takes her hand and presses it on the scroll that was furled up on the trunk. And as soon as she does that, there's this like rush of wind, and there's this sound. It's almost like this little like vortex forms around you, like, and then everything goes black for a second. When you can see things again. Oh, hi, little puppy. Hi, oh, hi, little puppy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she came to say hi.
Have to say hi to Gertrude, dude.
No, this one's not Gertie. This
Oh
is
gosh,
Anna.
dude, you have so many dogs I can't keep track. I'm sorry.
I do. Gertie's downstairs barking her head off. It's all right.
That's fair. That's fair. So when you guys can see things again, your eyes take a second to adjust to the different surrounding, and you find that what's happened is that the entire stone basin where the tree was planted, that entire thing has been teleported along with the rest of you. And it's just been teleported out of the square where it was installed. And now it's just awkwardly sitting at an angle in the middle of the garden that's outside the Temple of Anesti. All of you are just kind of hanging on a little bit. And Emily is the first one to dismount, and the first thing she does is that she like stands, looks at you all, looks like she's about to say something, and then she just leans over, puts her hands on her knees, and she's breathing really heavily, and then she just vomits. She looks like her face is just drained of color. She just immediately looks like so sick and so just rattled, completely rattled.
I put my hand out to get the device back, as it would still be like echoing.
Oh yeah, it's true. It still would be echoing in the square. So you put your hand out, and Jane Cobb looks at you and does a little double take, and then he finally realizes like, oh, okay, oh, here you go.
Just silently like click it off and put it away without saying anything.
Emily sits down on a rock, wipes the vomit off of her mouth with the back of her sleeve, and she takes out a flask and uncorks the flask and just takes a long swig. And there's a silence as she looks at you all and says, "Was that a success? I'm asking because I can't tell if it was or not."
Experienced a great many losses. Was not the easy win that we would have hoped for. But our primary task was completed, to the best of my knowledge.
What happened to Theala? and I think you still have her in your arms. So she's obviously looking at the fact that she looks quite dead, and she just asks, "What happened at Rook's Tower? We saw the explosion, but there's something about it. When I saw the dust in the distance, there's something about it that made me feel very uneasy."
It did not go how he had expected.
Did you use the explosives that Finnegan made for you, for us?
We did not. Some are
Why?
still here. We took less than he had prepared, feeling that too many would weigh us down. And then Theala made it acted to defend us before we had a chance to place the explosives we did take, and well, she paid for it. As far as the mission, it appears to have been a success. The tower did fall.
Yeah. I we've completed the main objectives, but at what cost? We've lost too many good people.
This appears to be becoming a war, a sort of civil insurrection inside of the harbors. There's no way of getting through something this escalated without great losses. Theala knew that. As a soldier, she did give her life for a cause she believed in. I have tried to remain neutral in so much of this, but the side is chosen. We are already targets. We have won this victory. It did come at a cost, but so will the next one, and the next. And if we're not willing to pay a great cost, we will lose the war.
It's true. So many people died out there, but I know that it wasn't just the people in the square that heard the message that was being broadcast. Many more people in this city, I am sure, know their dirty secret. They were behind it the whole time. The Blue Plague, they're blaming you and I for it, Halifax, but it's just classic projection. They needed a scapegoat. They chose us, but it was them who decided to do all of this harm to the city, to kill all of those people, to make the rest of them hopeless addicts, turn them into monsters. It was all their idea. And now people know. I think things are going to change slowly. They're going to change, but I feel like the people are on our side now. And excuse me, I'm being rude. My whole plan would not have worked if it would not have worked if Ellie were not here. And she gestures toward Ellie, and she says, she has been instrumental in making this happen. You did your job, she did her job, and she is just as important to the success of this as any one of us. So, I think you all should meet each other. That's what I'm trying to say.
Just give like an awkward little wave. Like,
Eridu walks up to Ellie and takes her hand. I am Eridu Samaria. It is a pleasure to meet you.
I know. Pleasure to meet you too. I wish it was under better circumstances.
It appears there won't be any of those anytime soon. So, It seems we have met on the best circumstances that we could have for the time being.
Here's our losses to be marred by tragedy. Forgive me. I'm not usually one prone to melancholy. I find myself distracted. Ellie, I am certain you are a fine person and were indeed instrumental. For now, our part in things turned out disastrously, regardless how successful it was. Emily,
Yes.
these towers, is there but one?
With the intelligence that we've all gathered, I mean, there are more strongholds in the city where Garth and Vitrell have their loyalists posted around. I mean, we haven't gotten rid of, hardly any of it, but that one, as far as I know, was the only one that was set up in this way to be able to keep eyes on the entire city. So, like I said before, we've gouged their eyes out. Hopefully they will stay blind for a little while. That will give us the space that we need, the secrecy that we need, the ability to move through the city that we need to organize.
Emily, I have rarely made requests of you. I would like your permission to select from the people under your command, people who I trust, people who I know would be able to get a job done. I understand that it is vengeance that I am seeking, but I also know that the rewards benefit us all. I wish to go and strike at these other strongholds as swiftly as possible. Do I have your support?
Of course. This was all my idea in the first place. I mean, if you're willing to do more of it, it is needed.
More and sooner than perhaps is wise. Ellie,
Yep.
your work in the square. There seems to be some sort of mechanical component to it. Is that true?
That's true.
I myself am only a weaver of magics, and we have seen firsthand that those can be dangerous against us, and also countered somewhat. Weaponry of a new kind is being employed by our enemies every day. I feel that you're going to be an essential ally if we are to stay current in this fight. Would you join my group as we go and deal whatever blows we can to this vile inheritor to the throne of this town?
I would look to Emily for like agreement, kind of like, is that okay? Kind of look.
Emily looks at you and gives you just a nod. And it looks like she wants to talk, but she also... You can tell that she's kind of swaying on her feet. Looks like she's getting a little lightheaded, Doesn't look like she's able to stay in the conversation too much right now, but she's trying to look strong.
I'll turn back. Yeah, I would be honored to fight beside heroes like you, and maybe even Agnes. See,
Eigner is at the top of my list. He is a more than capable fighter, someone who I've fought beside a few times now. Eridu. You knew Thiala the longest. I would like your help in finding a suitable place and manner in which to honor her remains.
You don't even need to ask.
Thank you, my friend. At that, Halifax will sort of head into the temple, I think, and find somewhere to sit Theala down.
Yeah. There's definitely going to be a what's the word I'm looking for? Is plinth the right word? Where it's like kind of like a table or whatever. No, it's more like
Yeah.
altar. Altar is more the word I'm looking for. It makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a nice long stone altar that is usually scattered with different like kind of like flower petals and like also like raven feathers and all sorts of other things, kind of making this blanket of like sacred objects and the like. And Halifax takes her and places her as gently and ceremoniously as he can on the altar, and probably just stays there for a little while, paying respects. While Halifax is inside and the rest of the party members are trying to do what they're going to do, honestly, the Tranquility folks, they are going to respectfully bid Ellie goodbye for the time being. And they are going to run back to the Tranquility, lick their wounds, and hopefully do something a little less dangerous for a while. That's what they're planning on doing. But they seem like they have no regrets, but they're battered and broken and very very much hurt. So they are just kind of slowly trickling out as a group, trying to take care of themselves. Oh gosh, you can't see
Ellie?
me.
So what happened?
It's just been doing this thing where it's like randomly like stopping my video. Like
Oh, that's weird.
I don't know if it's like the USB thing is really touchy or what. But
Mhm.
anyways, so let's see who else is there. You guys are chilling. Emily looks like she's drinking more out of her flask and trying to fight the urge to vomit more.
Mhm.
And then Eridu, I would like you to make a little perception check.
Okay. 19.
You see it out of the corner of your eye. There is like coming out from under a bush in the garden where you are. Coming out from under the bush, there is a rat.
Ah.
And this rat looks up at you and, does that thing with its nose that's really cute, like
Mhm.
kind of tweaks its nose a little bit, and then opens its mouth and goes squeak, 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 and then the squeaking starts to deepen. Squeak, 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 and then the rat starts to grow, starts to change. The fur sloughs off and is replaced by a long, dark brown cloak. Leather armor covers the sinewy limbs of what, as soon as the face comes out, you realize it to be an elven face, completely creased with wrinkles and lines. And the squeaking turns into a deeper voice and says, "I heard you calling to Tix. I can't say whether or not he heard you, but I did." And you actually recognize this guy. You've never known his name, but when Eridu was in the under circle, the area under in the sewers with the druids, when he was with the under circle, you recognize this guy as being part of the group, but you never really directly interacted with him, you never really talked to him, and he didn't really seem to have a huge stake in what was going on at all. He just seemed to be this like very quiet, kind of standing in the background, very old elf.
Mhm. Well, time will tell if he responds.
What do you wish to ask him?
Are you an emissary of his?
No such thing. I'm merely a traveler, a speaker.
Then I mean no disrespect, but my reasonings will remain my own.
Very well. I know that you were looking for your friend.
Yes.
I know where he is. And he's about to get himself into a whole lot of trouble.
Very well. I suppose it would be about time to rescue him then.
From himself, if nothing else.
He has done it for me. I should return the favor.
Indeed. Shall we leave right now?
Allow me to gather some of his friends. They may want to help. And then, yes. As soon as we're ready.
Very well. Emily, looking up at this whole situation, she just kind of lets you guys finish your conversation, and then she stands up, comes over to you, puts a hand on your shoulder, and just says, she looks at the other guy and says, "Wait, I'm sorry. Who the hell are you, and why are you here?" And the other one says simply, "I am Leovan, and I am here for my own purposes."
I feel like we should all be wearing hooded cloaks. We're all just like, we don't want to talk about ourselves, guys.
Yeah, no, it's a bunch of secrecy for sure, but that's the whole thing with Leovan. He's supposed to be this mysterious guy or whatever.
Is Ellie there while this is happening?
Oh yeah, You're right. You're right there.
I feel like I just feel like, hi. behind
Awkwardly waving.
Oh, yeah.
You remember me?
Yeah.
Last time we were together, my friend died in a boat. That's not really, like, personal and doesn't come back to haunt me ever.
Yeah. Leovan was genuinely focused on Eridu. He seems to have this kind of like strange like obsession or fascination with Eridu. Like you can see it, just like him looking at Eridu. It's like it's not just like, hey, they're talking. It's like Leovan is like looking into Eridu's soul through his eyes or something. He's just completely obsessed with the dude.
Eridu turns to Emily and puts a reassuring hand on her shoulder and says, "He is one of the druids who is staying at Bronzewood Grove. I am sure he can be trusted. He brings news of Egg."
Okay, if you say so.
Add to that and say, I know him. Yeah, he can be trusted. He helped me a lot in the past.
Emily just nods, looking very tired, and she says, "Okay, if you all trust him, then I trust you to trust him, and I'm sorry, I need to go lie down. You know where to find me."
Everyone here disappointed Zeller. Except maybe Ellie, because, she'd have reason to be trusting, but everyone else. Zeller is rolling in his watery grave.
Yeah, no joke.
You weren't even speaking in code.
No joke. Not even speaking in code. So as soon as all that happens and Emily walks away, then Leovan looks to Ellie and just says, "My child, good to see you again. Alive, I see."
Just about, yeah. Good to see you again.
I knew our paths would cross.
Well, it seems inevitable.
Yes, my child. And now it is inevitable that we save that stupid human from himself.
Which human?
Agner.
Oh, okay.
I always thought he was a bumbling fool from the first.
No, he just has his ways. Ellie starts blushing and looking down at her feet, and it's like, I need to stop talking.
Yeah. He'll give a kind of like a venomous little glare, you know, as if to say like, you have no idea what you're talking about, girl. Yeah, Leoven, I don't know, for whatever reason, doesn't have a high opinion of Agner. Actually, a lot of the characters that I introduced do not have a high
Don't
opinion
like
of Agner.
Well,
To be
like
fair,
Ellie-
Agner is meant to be a character that's not easily likable.
Hmm.
At least from the perspective of in-world characters. Even when Ellie was like, "Oh my God, it's you,"
Hmm.
he was kind of a jerk to her.
Big time. Big time. Yeah.
While this exchange happens, I mean, Emily's probably going to wander off and go find a place to rest. And
Yeah.
Cody is going to make his way into the church.
And you're there.
I didn't know if you guys wanted to finish a scene there or
No, yeah, I'm looking for a final scene, and I think this would be a good one.
Yeah, so Eridu is going to go and sit down next to Halifax. Silence will pass between them for a while. And then Eridu will say, There is a lull now, a moment of peace, a time for the chaos to settle, a time to bury our dead. But we should not bury our sorrow. We should hold it, harness it, and use it as a weapon. For the Battle of Twin Harbors has just begun.
That's good, man.
That's all.
Good.
That's all Halifax has to say.
That's all, folks. Oh, wait,
All
I
right.
mean, did you want to cut it there? Is that good, or
That sounds good.
I think that's good.
that's good? Cool.
Yeah,
Alright.
Halifax will just like nod gravely
Hmm.
and return attentions to Theala. I think he's gonna have a good solid mourning period, but he's smart enough to get his mind out of it.
Hmm.
But then he's gonna be focused on getting jobs done.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Definitely. Okay, so with that being said, thanks for joining us, everyone. That was one hell of a session. A lot of emotion, a lot of chaos, and ultra violence, as they say in A Clockwork Orange. You know, a lot of that stuff. And I guess they're gonna go try and save Agner's dumb ass again. I guess they're gonna do that. We might have a funeral at the start of next session. You don't know. But, yeah, we might. Thanks for joining us again. This is the Roll for Mischief crew, your favorite nerds, as I like to say. And please join us next Tuesday afternoon at 12 Pacific time to continue the story of Volohin, Winds of War. Dun dun dun.
Love it.
Cool. Thank you all. Talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.